We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go from the Steel City. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Fields going to hang on to this one, and he'll take it for 4 yards.
Had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Steeler first down. Off the play action, here's Fields. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A first down throw for Fields. Got his man at the 6. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
They've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This has been a solid opening drive. Here we go, knocking on the door first. And he will take it in himself. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Steelers. Boswell adds the extra point. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run with the rookie, drafted in the 3rd round. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here we go. They go play action for Burrow. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. The Bengals out and ready to punt. Calvin Austin, deep for the Steelers. This one, fielded, out beyond the 25. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Here we go.
They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Ready?
Now a second down throw for Fields. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Here we go, son.
Third and long.
Go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
Here we go.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he's out of bounds in great shape, down at the 15-yard line.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs, kind of help wear down the defense.
On one, ready?
I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
And not much there, down to about the 13. Second down and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll stick with him again. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10.
Here we go.
This drive begins with a run by Harris. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Looks like a design run here with Fields. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
That's pulled in, Najee Harris. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended.
Here we go.
Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. They get 24 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He's in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
On one, ready?
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Burrow working in the pistol. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. It's second down.
On one, ready? Here we go, here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. So after one, it's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. A gain there of 21.
On one, ready?
And the Bengals going to have a first down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Burrow. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Now a second down throw for Burrow.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Josh Sweat there on the tackle. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down.
Here we go.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion.
Right.
Fields from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This one complete to Higgins. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Fields. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Here we go, son.
Fields now on 2nd down. He finds Austin with the grab. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
They'll try and run right on the option.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
That's over the middle and intercepted. McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bengals move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Give up the middle to Harris. Lots of space past the 45. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw is Fields. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Here we go, sir.
Austin brought in motion. Fields to throw. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And that'll set up 4th down. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. That's taken at about the 14. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
They bring Chase in motion. Play action now. It's Burrow. Now a loose football. It looked like one of the Bengals was in there and able to cover it up. Cincinnati holds on to the ball. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Higgins sent in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack. 2nd down big play attempt falls incomplete. Now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Austin to return. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go, sir.
To throw is Fields. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
It's a loss of 14. Brings up third down.
Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. Spotted at the 35. This a 45-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Bengals are out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touched back, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
11 MT, take. Here we go.
The third quarter begins with a run. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Patrick Queen, the linebacker, they're on the tackle.
On 1, ready?
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow now. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
A run on 1st and goal. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Burrow here on 2nd down. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Burrow. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Go.
Fields now. There's a short one caught by Fryermuth. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On the ground, this is Harris. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Here we go, Scott. Hey, Ken.
On first down, right back to Harris. He'll work forward for a couple. Chris Jenkins there on the tackle. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 20-yard pickup there. That's a Steeler first down. Now Fields. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He was trying to get it to Alvin Kamara that time. And 3rd down coming up.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
first down. Burrow. Open man downfield. Chase has it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Next way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Here we go.
On first and 10, Burrow. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. On for the extra point is Boswell. He gets it to go. And the Steelers will make it a two-score game as they are now up 9. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Burrow now to throw on first down. That one incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And that will lead to a second down.
On one, right? Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
A big connection with Burrow and Higgins. 33 yards. Throwing is Burrow. That is caught side of the end zone. Jamar Chase. Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
A first down throw for Fields. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here we go.
Kamara going to get it on the zone read here. Oh, he coughs up the football. The Bengals have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. They've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Down the sideline, past the 45. And he's going to be taken down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Here we go.
A first down throw for Burrow. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now, 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow to throw. He'll try to set up the screen with Moss. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left.
11,
It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run here. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
On 2.
Here comes 2nd down. They'll stick to the ground. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
That's to the right side for Burton. And he's in. Jermaine Burton. Touchdown, Bengals. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will up the lead to 5. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Don't jump. Ready?
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
He finds Austin with the ground. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. That's complete, left side to Pickens. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Here we go.
Fields now on second down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go. Now they face third down and 7.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they could win the game on this possession.
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot. Fields going to look to run this himself. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico.